Hello, potato. It's time for a snack. It's time for crisps from foreign lands, from China, from our non-sponsoring friends at Lay's. Today I'm going to check out these. Now, I picked these up thinking, oh, is that okonomiyaki? That could be interesting. Now, I've never actually had okonomiyaki, so I wouldn't know if it tastes right anyways, but it could still be interesting. And there's no indication on the packaging, in English at least, what flavors this is. Just that there are 3 servings per container, that a serving has 9% of your daily sodium and 11 grams of protein. It's a lot of protein for potato crisp, isn't it? And I do think these do need to legally be called crisps here in the US, because chips have to actually cut off the potato. These do appear to be shaped similar to Pringles. I think if these were American, they would be sold under the Lay's Stacks line, but I don't think that actually exists here anymore. Apparently, it just exists largely in Asia. So yeah, I got it thinking it might be okonomiyaki, but it's not. I did run it through the translator, so give it the credit that deserves. But apparently, this is Umeboshi Vegetable Pancake. So I know umeboshi is Japanese. I've had umeboshi before. I actually have had it something, yeah. It's I've had it in onigiri. And I think I've actually got a very old jar of umeboshi around here somewhere, because way back during the quarantine logs, I had picked up like an onigiri mold, and I was gonna make some on the channel, and then I never did. But I'm pretty sure the pickled plums are around here somewhere. And I mean, they're pickled, right? They shouldn't go bad. They should always be good. So I don't know, maybe someday we'll do some really vintage umeboshi in something. Maybe not onigiri, but maybe something. So yeah, these are Umeboshi vegetable pancakes, unless we should tilt it a little bit this way, in which case the translator says it is part of the Lay's eating system, and it's just dried vegetable cake. But I mean, fair, it is probably not seeing that first character, which, like cutting words off of a sentence changes the whole context. But weirdly, this apparently translates to mica flavored. Not sure what that is, but even more interesting, and I guess it's just the equivalent of, the US, product shown in large for detail kind of stuff, or serving suggestion. But that little section just translates to the pictures are for reference only, the actual product shall prevail, which I don't know, feels hopeful. So not knowing what vegetable pancake is, I did look that up. I broke the void of intelligence rule of doing the minorest amount of research. And what comes up for that is a Korean dish, and I'm going to murder the name here, and I apologize, called yashaejeon, which apparently involves like soy sauce and vinegar and pepper flakes and zucchini, which is a thing I normally don't care for, onion, sweet potato. So basically a thing I would probably be hesitant to order in a restaurant because it contains a number of things I don't particularly care for, but in crisp form, it should be fine. So we have, in the US, crisps from China based on a Korean dish with the added flavor of Japanese pickled plums. It's a lot of culture involved here. A lot of cultures. And also that I can make a fool of myself trying them. So let's do that. Let's try them. I think actually these may have the little tray in them. Sometimes these Lay's stack ones have like a little tray, which is actually quite, it's more landfill, but it's very convenient because you don't have to, with Pringles, you can get to like about here in the can, but then just the bottom, you have to like tilt the can up and the crumbs go all over the place, or you get to put them on a plate, in which, I didn't want to use a plate. That's why I had chips. Well, that's not a great sign. It's pulling up it's pulled the foil off the wrapper. Hopefully these are okay. I don't know what the sell by on them is. Hold on. What is the sell by? Are these out of date? Yes they are. They're out of date by about 8 months. Still, they're crisp, so maybe they'll be a little stale, but they should be okay, right? I didn't realize I had these this long. Those are tiny. See, I don't really need the plate, I guess. These are like much. I've done these like imported Lay's stacks before, and were they this small before? This is like 2/3 the size maybe of a Pringle. I know it's not necessarily a ton of stuff here for size comparison. Well, here is a Lego brick separator for size comparison. That shall be, people like take pictures and go banana for scale. Not here. Here we're going to use Lego brick separator for scale. So it is smaller than a Lego brick separator. Smells familiar. I mean, maybe it's the umeboshi. You know what the smell makes you think of? It makes you think of ramen. Not necessarily any specific particular ramen, but a ramen. It's got that weird texture on it. I think the seaweed ones we did like a while ago had a similar texture. It kind of like reminds me of those Keebler potato skins. Or tater skins from Keebler. Baked potato appeal. That was the slogan. I am wonderful at knowing useless information. Yeah, they smell kind of ramen-y to me. Like just your basic like top ramen. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It smells salty though. I mean, there wasn't a ton of salt in the thing. Well, anyways, enough talking. Let's try them. It's a much crisper texture. It's like a tougher texture, thicker texture than a Pringle. I was expecting like a little sour kick from the umeboshi in here, and I'm not getting it. It does taste really familiar. Probably if it's like soy sauce and stuff, though, that's probably why. Although it doesn't taste super soy to me. They don't taste stale, which is a good thing. The flavor is not overpowering and in your face. I was kind of expecting a stronger flavor out of it. It's not like subtle or anything, but it's, or subdued. It's just not as strong as I was expecting it to be. No, didn't need this. Get that out of here. I'm getting an aroma, an after aroma that might be umeboshi, but it might be something else. It's a familiar fact. Oh man, look how smashed up the bottom of this can is. Oh, let's see, are these not meant to come out? Because I wanted to look at the ingredients. So the tray did nothing to protect the chips at the bottom. And they've gone on a long trip. They've gone from China to here. Is there anything interesting in the ingredients? There should be English ingredients here, right? Yeah, there are. Vegetable oil. Oh, that's so small. Potato flour, potato. Dried mustard greens. Pancake flavor. Artificial flavor. I don't know, they're certainly not awful. Actually, might as well leave that up, huh? They're not awful. They are not a flavor I think I would get again. They're not bad. They're just not... I'm not sure what I was expecting from this. I'm not sure what I was expecting from this, to do with this. But it wasn't this. They're definitely interesting. They're not bad. I do like that slightly thicker texture than we get on like a Pringle or an American Crisp. That kind of rougher texture, like thicker crackle, almost somewhere between like a Pringle and a tortilla chip as far as like the mouthfeel of it. Kind of the look too. I'm not sure what the little specks are meant to be. Maybe those are the umeboshi. I have no idea. But they're okay. I would like the umeboshi flavor to be a little more forward, but then again, maybe like pickle, umeboshi, and this is the whole void of intelligence thing again. I acknowledge that perhaps like the word pickle, umeboshi may refer to a bunch of things, not just the pickled plums they put inside onigiri. So maybe this tastes very much of umeboshi in the same way, like a pickled carrot doesn't taste like a pickled cucumber. And it's just I've had a very limited exposure to umeboshi, to a pickled plum, or I guess anything like pickled from Asia other than like, let me see. I mean, kimchi isn't really pickled, it's fermented, right? And then tsunamono is barely pickled, so probably not the best examples. But yeah, they're interesting. I mean, they'll probably get finished. But yeah, they're definitely not a flavor I'd buy a second time. Frankly, these imported Lays are too expensive to buy if you're not going to like them. And I don't dislike them, but I don't like it enough that I would spend another, this is probably $3 or $4 on this can. And I think it may have been out of date when I bought it, because I don't think I bought this before last September. I mean, there's stuff that sits around for a while in queue, because it's not really a queue, it's just kind of what is interesting when I go to record. But there's a fair amount of things sitting there waiting to be recorded. But I don't think this has been sitting there that long. I don't think it's been sitting there for like 9 months. But who knows? All right, that's that. Lay's Umeboshi Vegetable Pancake Crisps. They're fine. They're fine. Not a wow, not a ew, just fine. Good crunch. Flavor could be a little stronger. Flavor could be, I mean, this may taste exactly like a Korean vegetable pancake, and I wouldn't know because I've never had one. So, I mean, it's not really fair to judge it on anything other than just whether or not I like it, as opposed to, you know, sometimes you try a thing, you know, you can say if it's, well, yeah, it tastes like that. I don't know if it tastes like that or not, but I know it doesn't wow me. But if you tried these, let me know in the comments below what you thought of Umeboshi Vegetable Pancake flavored Lays. Do they taste like proper vegetable pancakes? Do I need to go find a place that makes vegetable pancakes? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll try it. It really doesn't sound like a thing. From the recipes I looked at, like very briefly, it doesn't sound like my thing. But you know, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try for you. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.